Welcome to Chats with CCT. I'm your host, Danielle Fernandez, and this is Getting Started with Instagram, Part 2. In this series, we'll be providing you with tips and tricks to enhance your brand and tell your story to future customers and visitors. In Part 2, we'll look at how often you should post, the difference between a post and a story, and some tips for helping you amplify your content. Now that you have created your account, it's time to utilize your page to market your products and business. A big question that often comes up is how often you should post, so we'll start there. According to the data, posting once per day is a recommended amount for businesses and brands. If you post more than that, engagement tends to drop. Still, posting once a day can seem like a lot. Don't feel pressured to do this if you have other priorities, but do try and be semi-consistent, at least a few times a week while you build your followers up. Times of day vary, but to go back to the data, after 1 p.m. can often be best. These recommendations aren't hard and fast rules though, so if you have some time, post then. For types of posts, let's explore the difference between a post and a story. A post is uploaded onto your profile and lives there until you delete it. A story is uploaded onto your profile and only remains for 24 hours. Posts are ideal for reaching new customers and being discovered by new audiences. They can be a mix of videos or photos, as well as any kind of content you'd like to experiment with. Ideas include inspirational quotes, reposts, infographics, and interesting facts. They're all great starting points. To upload a story, click on the plus icon connected with your profile picture. Add images or videos from your camera roll, create content in the moment, or go live. Some of these features will take a bit to get used to, but don't worry. The more you experiment, the easier it gets. You can get quite creative here. Try adding stickers, changing up your fonts, and tagging people in your story so they can share to their own stories. Your stories will stay on your profile for 24 hours. You can also highlight your story. Highlighted stories will be featured on your profile and can be labeled with titles and will remain there for longer than the 24-hour period. Forgot to highlight a story? Don't worry, you can always go back and view your stories archive by clicking the New button next to your highlighted stories. Now, let's talk about some tips and tricks for amplifying your content. We'll start with hashtags versus tags. A hashtag is used for people to search content. A great example is, of course, hashtag #VisitYDH. When you type that into the search bar, you can see all the times that hashtag has been used. A few tips on using hashtags. Try and keep the hashtags consistent with your post and brand. Create a custom hashtag for your business that people can use to find you. You can use this in other areas of your digital marketing strategy as well, such as bios, about us sections, and your website. Sometimes only one hashtag is best, but more often than not, a few smart, relevant hashtags will greatly help with reaching more people. Now to tags. The perfect time to add tags is when posting an image or video to your account. You can add tags in the caption by adding an @ symbol in front of another Instagram user's username. It should look like this, @VisitYDH. You can also tag people. Click on Tag People, tap the image, and search for the profiles and usernames you want to include. Tag one or more accounts and they will get notified. Now, when you share your content, the people tag will be notified and, ideally, they'll engage. Make sure you include the following on as many posts as possible. Your destination's handle, plus the current visitor hashtag. An example of this is @DiscoverUxbridge, #UxbridgeTrails. Your DMO's handle for visitors, example, @Durham Tourism. Your RTO's handle for visitors, example, @VisitYDH. Your provincial handle for visitors, example, @Destination Ontario. Try to remember to tag all 4 of these in Instagram stories, posts, and IGTV. If there aren't tags, shares don't happen as often. A few tips on handles. Use business handles in your copy when you want to include another business or person in your post. An example would be giving someone a photo credit or thanking them for a gesture. Also, directing your followers to visit their account. It's a great way to get exposure and encourages people to repost and share. Lastly, on content strategy. Depending on your business, try to share content that is associated with your brand. For example, if you have a restaurant, a great idea is to post photos of the different menu items along with the description. A solid rule of thumb is not to post images that are off-brand or off-topic. Pictures of yourself, your staff, community initiatives are great, but they shouldn't be the main focus, as the business products are the best way to get and keep your organic followers. Don't forget, quality over quantity. One fantastic image is better than 5 mediocre images. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, part 2 of Getting Started with Instagram. Stay tuned for part 3, where we'll delve deeper into the various types of content. Enjoy!